Oh, hi. Thank you for the 3 thumbs up already. I didn't get to go live, but now I'm ready. Yeah, I obeyed. I did Virgo's reading. I got some stuff done today down in my apartment. Yes, I did. Still stuff that I have to do, but it will be ready. Hopefully by Sunday night. I don't care how long it takes. Hi, who's everyone here? Yeah, it's an awful late time to be on here, but I've been getting some stuff. So, I obeyed and did Virgo's reading. But the collective could probably listen to that reading and understand it quite well. It's been a running theme about these cycles. And I'm sitting here thinking, for the last 10 frickin' years, all the lessons, one right after the other, right after the other, right after the other, right after the other, was hard. And most of the time, guess what? I was negative through all of it. And I could still tend to go, I got that human part that wants to go back into negativity. But I'm more spirit at this point. If I'm speaking stuff through those cards, or I come on here and sharing my personal experience in my life with you, it's for a purpose. I usually understand what's going on in the spirit realm, and it plays out like a theater through me. Hello. They have been. You know what? That Virgo reading, I'm right on target. I might not have felt like I was. Do you know what? That is typical Virgo. You don't feel it, you don't sense it until you sit down and do it, and you speak it out, and Spirit shows you through those cards. That was me grounding. That was me grounding. That was me coming back down to 3D. Not trying to be not in a negative way, but in the Aries tongue lashing that people need sometimes. In a stern way, but in a way that was loving and caring and trying to help people. Virgo would have understood that. That reading, they should understand. It was plain as day. But it was in a loving way. But if we all get set in our ways. Okay? We all do. We all conform or have this form of they say like what, by the time you're like 5, you retain the majority of the stuff you learn. Basically, your technical capacity for really higher learning is like to like the age of 25. And then you just go through life lessons after that and gain wisdom from what you learned the first 25 years if you're doing dumb shit. And then it's the lessons beyond that from doing that dumb shit. Then you get wisdom. Like they say, the elderly are wise. You should always, always, always listen to those lessons turn into blessings. We're going to flip that right around. Oh, we hate those lessons when we have to go through them. They always say, listen to your elders. There's a reason for that. They've gone through some shit. They know some shit. They might not be able to put words to, like, well, they might not be able to put spiritual context, like what we're getting now. They might not be able to put the spiritual, but they can explain it to you of what not to do because they did it. Now we have the why not to. Because this happens if you do. We actually have the knowledge at this point as light workers and or learning and gaining knowledge of why you don't do that. Here's the problem. I'm going to go, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to go down a rabbit hole real quick, and it's going to get biblical. Okay? We're going to get a little bit biblical here. I hope you don't get offended. I want to talk about a story. Moses. Good old Moses. He had a lot of power, that dude. Yeah, he had some power. Big time power. God put him in charge. He showed him all kinds of manifestations. He legit was able to pull even he was able to bend the elements. He could pull water back. He knew to raise his staff and the water would part. However that looked, that the biblical scholars made it sound. I know like some movies are dramatic and make you think it very well could have just been either way. He made a way for his people and the people who understood spirit or were supposed to. You want to know what? I honestly, in my one video, they say about the Israelite light workers are his people. We were born for this, folks. If you're catching anything of what I'm putting down, you were born for this. Yep, some of us have to take the journey through the wilderness and trailblaze the freaking way and not understand what we're going through. But that dude, I know he did. You were born for this. Before you even came here, that's exactly why you came here. You were predestined for this time. Time to manifest, people. Sure does look better feels better on paper. Going through this, people don't understand it. Not at all. Who are on a 3D level. No offense to people who don't get it. I'm losing people. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. It's hard. This is not an easy journey. And anybody who thinks that it is, you're out of your friggin' mind. I double dog dare you to say you want this. Hello. It's way more difficult than it looks. However, I do know the power and they bring biblical things into movies. I think it might have been Spider-Man. The greater the power, the greater the responsibility. I'm responsible for the words I speak out my mouth. Because they manifest. At this point. whether negative or positive. That's why I told a lot of you, make sure that I do my best to stay in integrity and not to give up my throne to anybody. There's people who are commissioned and anointed for this. Yeah, you have to watch your thoughts. However, you can't, a lot of times it's hard to control your thoughts, especially when you're out in public. When you're out in public and you're this sensitive, you hear other people's thoughts. And it's hard to differentiate between yours and their thoughts. It's the same thing with being sensitive. I can guarantee, and I'm going to speak this out right now because I can guarantee it, 1000%. A lot of the aches and pains we feel when we're out in public aren't ours either. A lot of the anger we feel is not ours. A lot of the frustration, if we're in the proximity, if your R is really big and you got lots and lots of angels and stuff around you, you have a huge cloud of witnesses following you. Trust me. You're going to pick up on it. They're like antennas to let you know something negative's around you. And sickness and disease is a negative spirit, so you know. It's of darkness. When you're aligned with your higher self and you start understanding this stuff, we can heal ourselves because we are aligned with spirit, who's the ultimate healer. Hello. He dispatches angels too. I saw stuff. He likes to play with people. Those angels like to play with people. I saw stuff when there was one wand. They're non-denominational. I'm going to bring it up because this is when I got nailed by spirit and had energy and basically, well, some people might call it a great awakening. I called it burning on fire throughout my body, shaking on the floor of a church after a spirit nailed my butt to the floor under the power of God, the Most High. I walked away from that place drunk in the spirit for almost a week. I looked like I was drunk. I had the giggles. I couldn't stop laughing for a week. So to tell you my story, my senses went through the roof because of that. And then I noticed I started really pissing people off in my regular church that I went to. It was bliss. It was Holy Ghost fire and the laughter and the joy that I felt whole. And then Job happened in my life. Then Job happened. Yeah. Well, actually, I had some David moments. David and King Saul. I had a few of those moments in church. If you know anything about that story. Yeah. King Saul saw an anointing on Job. Or King Saul saw an anointing on David. You know, the dude who wrote Psalms and, yeah, Proverbs, Song of Solomon. No, that was Solomon. But, yeah, David, Bathsheba. Yeah, he was an adulterer. He ran from God for a while and he lost his anointing. Well, guess what? Guess what God did? Brought him right back, humbled his ass. Not only was he an adulterer, he was a murderer too. Yeah, Bathsheba's husband murdered so he could have her for his wife. Yeah, God still loved him. Wow. The one who created the commandments still loves somebody who broke them. Big time broke them. Stuff that you would like get put in prison for the rest of your life here for. Yeah. So I'm trying to lay down a little bit of a foundation, some nuggets for you guys, that it does not matter what you do. And the lessons and the darkness that you encounter, it's meant to teach you something. It's used as a stepping stone to see beyond the veil of compassion, mercy, grace, forgiveness, restoration, the phoenix rising. Resurrection, baby. You don't have to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. Well, Spirit is, but you sign up for that, Spirit starts that work, you're getting nailed, and you're going to get mysteries, and you're going to get love and everything that you wish for if you stay in integrity. And I'm not saying follow the commandments. I'm saying listen to Spirit. No matter what. Over everybody and everything. Listen to Spirit. If you're on the wrong track, you'll know real quick. I know that now. Yep. You stayed in integrity. You didn't have to be perfect. Not at all. You just had to allow the work to be done. In you. You had to allow that to happen. You had to allow that to take place. It's all for a lesson. Many times, and here I'm going to start blowing some Christians' minds now because I was just talking biblical or Jewish people. Let's move right along. For New Age people, you know what? You taste God. You are forever, Spirit, however you want to put your higher, you are forever changed. And you know divinity. Exactly. Thank you. Put it into words for me, Heidi. And you love Spirit because you're here for a special mission and he's backed you up every single time. Might not have looked the way you thought it should have looked, and it might not have felt good either. However, it was for a reason. And that's why I can look every single one of my exes in the face and say, you want to know what? Thank you for the lesson. You were put there for me to pass tests. And I appreciate it. Thank you for showing me that I can. Thank you for helping me in the transition. Because if I wouldn't have had that opposition, I wouldn't have been able to call myself an overcomer at this point. I overcame those obstacles. Nope. Here's one other thing. I've learned real quick. I don't chase motherfuckers. No way. Hate to call people or men that. I hate to say that. You know what? I'm a daughter of a god. I'm God's daughter of the Most High. You don't want to mess with God's daughter at this point. I've been listening in the spirit since the day I've been born. I haven't always done the right thing. I haven't always done things perfectly. But he put me through Job test. And I failed a lot. I didn't do everything perfectly. I sucked a lot of times. I let people walk all over me. I didn't know my divinity. Now I do. Thank you for the test. Every single one of my exes, I love you for it. You caused me to become a better me. I suggest you all do the same. It's a challenge for all my exes. I double dog dare you. Boss up, bitch. I want to see you change. I want to see if you can. There's your challenge. All of you. Let's watch you transform once. Well, I got stuff to say to them. You might have cheated on me. You might have gaslit me. You might have projected onto me and all that other stuff. Hey, it's water under the bridge. You taught me to listen to my intuition. You taught me to trust spirit. You taught me to go deep. Thank you. Leveled up. I appreciate that. It's the hardest lesson to learn. I mean, you have to think of forgiveness as not forgiving for them. You do it for you to release yourself. I do forgive them. They help me. Every single one of them. That's why the other night yeah, it's still a little fresh with this last one, but I learned the lesson. Goodbye. Enjoy your new girl and leave me the fuck alone. Don't ever talk to me again. Watch what I do. And then you can sit around and be like, yeah, that blue flame integration. Yeah, I used to date her. Because I'm about to go about 20 more fucking levels up, buddy. Watch. You missed the boat. Not me. You stay in your 3D life. I'm good with that. I love you too, Goddess Gifts. That's me speaking out affirmations over myself. And still love over them. I wish them the best. I do. Because I'm not going to have to deal with you ever again. That karma's closed. I made sure of it. So, when I cross the veil, you will never see me again. You were just a lesson. You have to deal with the consequences. You let go of an OG, are you stupid? Oh, you let go of an OG. You could have. Oh my God. And I tried to show you all of you in so many ways. And it's not me pumping myself up. I'm telling you the truth. Watch me. Watch and see what I do. You're going to wish. And then it's over. Period. You got to do what you got to do. Right? You got to do what you got to do. I get it. I'm cool with that. You go do whatever it is you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. Watch me blow up because I listen to spirit first. I don't trust people words. Let's get this straight. One last time. Show me your actions. What does your actions tell me? Because guess what? That will determine the outcome. That determines your outcome. I'm a daughter of a king. Get that through your mind. My daddy loves me very, very, very much. My real daddy does too. But, oh yeah. Spirit? Pfft. Like I'm going to listen to some other mortal man that is ridden probably with dark entities over my own, over spirit that is integrated in me. Okay. I can usually tell people's motives at this point, and I'll cut your ass off if I notice any toxic signs. I become immune at this point to bullshit. And they know it, and they get repelled, and then they leave. Tucked with their tail between their legs, because they know. Karma has hit people hard who's fucked with this girl. Big time. And I never wished, well, I wanted the karma because I was hurt bad. And until I let go, I was holding on to it and allowing it to eat me up inside. Fuck that. I ain't holding on to anybody else's baggage anymore. That was their negative energy, not mine. Spirit's supposed to dwell in me. Spirit's all about life. Hey, Richard. How you doing? I'm just sitting here channeling. Not about, I mean, yeah. He has to put you through death and rebirth with this transformation. Thank you, Scorpio full moon. Rabbit hole. I obeyed. I did Virgo's reading. And I think it turned out well. It was weird because I rewatched what I channeled yesterday, which I didn't realize. Like I knew what I was saying at the time, but I rewatched it and I'm like, well, okay then. Oh, I love channeling. And I was saying I wasn't going to do this for the longest time. Wasn't going to come on and channel anymore. Is it keep stuff to myself? Well, there's certain times where I feel like I have to speak it out. It's level up time. Because I can't, I get this stuff rolling around in my mind. And I know all you get this. You can't just call somebody and talk to them like this. I have Capricorns laid out for next. Their base is laid out. I went and worked on the apartment today. I came home, took a nap. I was exhausted. And they are. Yeah. One of my daughter's friends got me that for Christmas. One of the kids that comes here and calls me mom. I have so many kids that come here. Well, God's patience have run out. Say no. Spirit's not, I've been saying this, Spirit's not playing with people no more. Patience is a good thing. Having hope is a real good thing. But when someone shows you who they are, trust it. And walk away with your dignity held high. Let go. You'll be blessed either way. You will be blessed either way. Absolutely hold space, love people. It all comes down to that. Being able to look at my exes and say, I wish you the best. I hope you have plenty of babies with that person too. And a very productive life. Me, I'm going to go about my father's business. Enjoy that spark I gave you back. Both of them. The one completely self-destructed. The other one lost his job. One fell off a ladder. This was a while ago. Really messed himself up. Who screwed me around and took me to court and was my first dude. He fell off a ladder and broke both his legs. I mean, talking to through the bone and the skin. It was bad. He put me through hell. I never even talked about that one. That was Davey, my first husband. Wow. I was only married to him. I kid you not. This is how I'm getting back to who I used to be. And a better version of it. I was only married to him for 14 months, start to finish. Start to finish. 14 months. And 90 days of that? Oh, I was only with him. No, we got married August 31st. I left in February. Filed for divorce in like April, May. Yeah. Fought me on it for a while. Didn't want to pay child support. Still never wanted to pay child support. He was in my son's life though. Toxic as fuck, but he was in my son's life. Taught my son to be a hard worker. I give him credit for that. Whatever. He was also a Scorpio. My son, he created a Scorpio child with me. Then I get with Capricorn husband. It's always about work. And that's cool. I get that. I'm a Cap moon. Like, I understand about stability. And that's what you want in your life. Not to mention my Venus is in Taurus. So I want that nurturing Empress Hierophant committed relationship. It has to look like that, or I don't want it. Well, I didn't even tell you half of anything. I ain't going into it because it's old bullshit. But it's all been cycled. I went from one extreme to the other all the time. Now I found a good balance between the two. However, now that all that old karma is closing, I've been saying it. All that old karma is closing. Well, guess what happens? Tower moments happen. We're starting new cycles. Those towers have to happen for people. It's the way karma works. Whether you see it or you don't, it happens. And all your past karma came crashing down on you, put you in dark nights of the soul. That's what this was. People don't understand what a real spiritual awakening looks like. Well, watch my channel, you'll see it. And I have all kinds of stuff to back up with everything I say. I found a real good balance between astrology, mythology, learning astronomy, learning energy through spirituality, and a nice little base of what real love looks like, and the power, where the power comes from. I know where it comes from. Watch the Virgo reading. If you're aligned with spirit, it comes from within, because you have a two-way street between you and spirit, who created everything. Everything. You have access to everything. Depending on your mindset and your constraints of your own mind's limitations. So it's time. Here's the thing. You wonder why you have such bad luck sometimes, and I'm talking to myself. Here we go down the rabbit hole. Wonder why you have such bad luck? What are you speaking out your mouth? When a thought comes, are you taking it captive and being like, okay, well, that sounds negative. I'm going to speak life into this. I'm going to take it to spirit, give it to spirit, and then not worry. We are not to worry about tomorrow. We're supposed to do what we're supposed to do, yes, in the 3D and be anchored. But when it comes to worrying, that's when dark forces get attached to you. So when you start worrying, like that 9 of Swords card, they can attach to thoughts. And then you start ruminating. Then you start drawing in dark people, which are usually tests. I got to do a little study. I want to see what happened when it came with Job. I wonder if he had a bad spot there for a minute. I know God allowed that whole thing with him, with losing everything, to build him right back up. That's a story every single person needs to hold dear. Because many of us feel like that. Job moments. I lost 3 main people in my family in a year. From the same side. One of the main was the matriarch of my family and my favorite person in the whole entire world, my grandmother. And I had nobody except for spirit. Well, the last husband of mine worked at the same job for 27 years. His job closed up. I have such empathy. I can tell he's like not in a good headspace. I've worked with him down at the rental today. I heard him. Well, I don't know how I'm going to find a job that pays as well as what I got paid there. And, and the physical labor and stuff. He's like, I'm like, I had to tell him about speaking positive. I had to tell him. And this is the same guy who is a big religious person, like reads Smith Wigglesworth stuff and the Bible back to front to back to front to back, in between and everything. And yeah. And I'm trying to teach him how to manifest a better job and better pay. Because he stayed in integrity most of our relationship and stuff. He's not a bad person. But you want to know what? He did do some pretty shitty things to me. Because he spoke curses over his wife. Spoke nasty things about a daughter of the Most High. You don't fuck with the daughter of the Most High. You treat them like precious gems because we're rare. And now here we are at a precipice. Welcome back to the 3D Earthlings. Every tear, every word will be accounted for. Yep. When he disrespected me, how he treated me while during our marriage, I did some pretty nasty things to him and I got my karma for it. Trust me. He spoke curses over me. And but you want to know what? It was lessons. I had to learn lessons, and Spirit was like, all right, we can use these dark forces against her. And guess what? Then you're going to get a tower moment for the thing that you find the most precious in this world, your job. And then you're going to feel like how she feels for being unstable. How she felt. Not knowing what you're going to fucking do. Well, imagine going into a dark night of the soul now. Why you don't have a job. And you can't work. Oh, well, that's mind over matter. Is what he says. He doesn't understand depression and anxiety or any of that stuff. He has zero compassion for it. He doesn't understand it. Which I get that. It's Saturn. It's Saturn. But if I talk to him like this, he wouldn't get it. Like, I understand how Saturn thinks. And if I don't obey Spirit, Spirit turns into Saturn for me. And he does this to me. And it's hilarious. And then I'm like, all right, I'll obey. He basically, if he tells me to do something and I say no, he goes, la, 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 when I ask him the next thing. La, 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 la. He's not listening to me until I do what I'm told to do. Well, yesterday I was pretty pissed off because I wanted to do any sign other than Virgo, but I'm glad that I did Virgo because it turned out. Virgos. And then I didn't know what to think. All of a sudden, next thing I know, I'm starting to eat again and I'm doing good as far as, but I'm not sensing the upper dimensions like I was. It's like, boom, the mothership landed. Get off the freaking airplane or get off the freaking jet, whatever you're on. Time to do the work. Time to do the work. I can't read all that, buddy. I'm sorry, I'm channeling. I will read it later in the comments. I apologize. I saw something about social services. We're not talking. You want to know what? You will be fine. You stay in integrity, dude. Guess what? You wanna know what my daddy sings over me? You wanna know? I can tell you a song that just popped in my mind because I'm spitting pearls right now at you guys. He sings My Girl over me. My girl, talking about my girl. You're talking about my girl. My girl. That's what my daddy sings over me. Gotta stop looking at spiritual things and God We got to stop looking at the literal context and looking at them like they are our earthly, looking at spirit like that's our earthly father figure. We get it twisted because it's what we know. It's what we were conditioned to think. That he's angry. No. He does get angry. Spirit gets very pissed off and then he just won't talk. You don't listen, he's done. Done. Walk out. Done. Trust me. I know how that feels. But every time I listened, usually I go down in a rabbit hole. There was a lesson behind it that I got taught. Pay attention to my intuition. Always. She started teaching me this at a very, very, very young age. I can tell you so many stories from my childhood. I can tell you story after story where I know spirit was protecting me. Holy crap, was I protected? Agreed. Yep. And here's the problem. Most people aren't equally yoked. What do you mean you're getting slammed here, Richard? Sorry. Like I'm trying to watch and most people aren't equally yoked. Oh, yeah, our weather here has been nuts too. Day 2 of tornado warning. I'm up in the tornado right now, so but yeah, this is like day 2 of downloads. And it was scary for me because earlier today, and I don't even want to bring it up, but I had a dream about somebody and I was just like, what the fuck? Stop giving me these dreams. I want to, spirit, I want you to give me the power to control my dreams from now on. Amen. I don't want none of these fuckers ever entering my dreams ever again. Ever. Karma closed. Please. Freaking remnants. 7 of Swords. Lying, cheat, thieves. Some worse than others. Oh, I know she is. She's not happy at all. But she's doing a cleansing right now. That's exactly what this is. With the rain, it's not summer yet. Still spring, folks. Springtime. We're getting into summertime. Yep, we got a tornado warning too. And you want to know what? Here I sit. It stopped. I slept. You want to know the funny thing? I was like Jesus yesterday and today. I hear we have a tornado warning. I take a nap. I was like Jesus in the bottom of the boat taking a nap through a tornado warning. I know I'm protected. Might sound reckless. No. Nope, I trust. Completely. And there's something. Oh, by the way, I'm not even gonna get into it. The apartment building, Jesus, sweet baby Jesus. Hi, Desert Valley. Here I am too. Well, my cousin yesterday posted online. She comes on here sometimes. She posted online golf-sized balls of hail. Today, apparently, there was another tornado out that way, in about 15 miles away from me. Yep, nasty weather. But spirits been making me 2 days in a row. I don't ever take naps. I never take naps during the day. I just sleep in mad late. But I never take naps. Ever. 2 days in a row during tornado warning, spirit puts me to sleep. The okay. Well, okay then. I only know of one other person. Most people are already sleeping. Who get a tornado warning or have bad weather and sleep. And not be like, tornado warning. Hello, there's a tornado within 15 miles of your house. Hit the deck. Not this girl. This girl. And I was clearing karma through it. It was weird. Yep. That's why I said I don't want any of those motherfuckers died. No more. Stay out of my energy field. Stay out of my freaking away from me. If you're on my YouTube, get off of it. Exes. All you're doing is stalking anyway. I don't need that negative energy on my anything. Go be on your girlfriends. Or whoever you're trying to schmooze. Light and love. Goodbye. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well, as an Aries trailblazer of this bullshit, I need an equally spirit broke me all the way down. All my kids are going to be graduated as of next year. My daughter's going to have a pretty good she got in for her class for up at VOTech. She's going for nursing. And then she went to go to college. So we shall see how that happens. Either way, I only got one more year till she graduates. That I'm gonna do my best to stick it out, which I think I can. If I stay rabbit hole-ish, I should be able to stick it out another year. Because this year went by pretty quick. Should be able to stick it out for one more. And as soon as she graduates, well, actually next spring, I'm putting everything up for sale. Everything except for my clothes and the stuff that I need. And I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going away from here. I know that for a fact. Yep. Be happy for the lesson. Be like, yeah, I remember that when that happened. And then this happened as a result. That was great. Now, instead of dealing with that, now I'm living the life that I was meant to live. Because I had to go through this tests and trials and lessons. And there's one person that was with me through the whole day, through the whole thing. One that really understood where I was because you want to know why? They knew me before I came here. I was commissioned to come here. So were all you. Wake up. Do what you know Spirit's telling you to do. Always obey. Spirit's telling you to be single, you be single. For real. Because he's not going to let you get into a relationship anyway. It just won't work. Not until you're ready. I love you too, Heidi. It won't. It's just not going to work. So why stress over it? There's no point. The more you stress over it, it's the same thing with karma. The more you stress over somebody getting their karma for hurting you, the more you hold on to all that bullshit. And the more that you just allow dark forces to talk negative things about, whatever. Light and love, motherfuckers. I say that in the highest form of light and love, for real. Like, I'm back to my old self. Yep, I might cuss and swear here and there. That might happen sometimes. I can become ghetto blue very quickly. I could be hood blue. You could get her sometimes. But it's all in good fun. And never ever meant to sound disrespectful. Ever. Just to be funny. And a little bit cynical sometimes. Because that's my Capricorn moon. You have to get a little bit of cynicism from a Cap moon. We're going to be cynical. And then I got that Aries fire that's just like, bam! That's the way it is. Then I got Libra that's like, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. And Aries is like, dude, I can go back and forth between Aries. Do you want me to channel Aries and Libra? I could do that for you. Really easy. And then I can get Capricorn involved. Who, me? Well, I'll help anybody who deserves it, who comes to me correctly. These gifts I got don't come for free. I paid a heavy price for them. See you later, Heidi. You have a good wedding. Wish your son love for me, please, and give him hugs. You enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. I will catch you on the flip. Let me know how the wedding goes. Send me pictures. Shout out to Heidi. She's one of my best moderators. All 4 of my moderators on here are like, they're all light workers. So, and each one has a different form and capacity of how they, we work together. Heidi's like my financial advisor. She's like my financial advisor. Yep. She's like, you got to do, she's that Capricorn. Me and her both Cap moons. So she's also a Pisces sun. So she really gets me, but she got that Cap moon and my Cap moon and her Cap moon. She motivates my Cap moon to kick my ass into gear because my Aries and Libra are over here fighting all the fucking time about what I should do, what I shouldn't do. But I want to do this, and then I make a dumb choice, like fool, and then I end up hanging off the cliff looking at a fucking flower when I should be doing something else that's productive. That's what Heidi's my advisor for. So shout out to Heidi. You got to do this. I know this. I know. I just love spirit so much. Yeah. Like I said, my North Node's in Saggy. I do a lot of channeling right now because my North Node, my Sagittarius, with my North Node being in Sag, my Neptune's there. Oh my goodness, with that being mutable, download central. Expanded download central because Jupiter's there. Well, Sagittarius will be done soon. Like I said, I try and be as I love Sagittarian energy. I do. I like I'm a fire sign, so I can get them. But they're a train wreck sometimes. I understand Sagittarius. They can, dude, if they're on a bad path, they could be a freaking train wreck. One of the worst narcissists I dealt with was a Sag. And I'm sure he watches my shit too. Hi. It's all good. Watch away. Thought it was funny I'd be on here pulling tarot cards. Didn't think that I'll keep on watching. Remember that time in the kitchen when you laughed at my spirituality? Yet at that time, dude, did not know. I knew about his infidelities, and he nor anybody told me, but I knew word for word the conversation between him and an ex. She confirmed everything 2 years later. But I already fucking knew, and he admitted to it. He thought she was talking to me. He legit thought his ex was telling me things because no, Spirit was telling me everything that was being said between the two of them of their conversation. He deleted their conversation. Every time he'd come home, he'd freaking block her so she couldn't message him. Every time he would leave for work, he'd unblock her and say, hey, how are you doing? But yeah, that's a fact. Finally, she got tired of him doing it. And she's like, fuck off, dude. For real. So congrats to her. I dealt with a motherfucker for 5 years. Of his lying and projecting and cheating and narcissistic ways, his alcoholism, his toxic behavior, and I put up with it. Not anymore. He's been gone from me for over 2 years, thank God. That's a challenge to you, buddy. Transform. You've been with the Scorpio after me. You know what it's like. I hope you're going through a major awakening right now, buddy. I do. I wish you the best. Good luck going through that awakening because you tangled with the Scorpio. They're divine. So good luck. Not to mention you fucked with God's child. My girl, talking about my girl. Should have known right then not to mess with me. I have major issues with narcissists too. However, I'm not supposed to anymore. I'm supposed to leave them up to Spirit to deal with. Spirit got something special for them. All of them. Well, you know what? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And most of the people who get caught up with narcs don't get it. They think you still want the narc because the narc tells them everybody wants me. Everybody wants me because I put a spell on you. It's what I like to do as a narcissist. Yeah, there's a few songs for you. Down those rabbit holes. Well, vengeance isn't ours, saith the Lord. He will repay, and when he does, it'll be the ultimate of what they don't want. Trust that. And then watching you rise out of the ashes like the phoenix, right in front of their very eyes, while they're still off doing their narcissism and going in cycles and being miserable and having to watch you succeed. That is the ultimate karma for them. That's why self-care and self-love is so important. You can still be an empath and still have self-care and self-love and have enough respect for yourself to tell people, fuck off. Light and love. We're not alike. We are not alike. We're not alike. You have the right to tell somebody that. We're not alike. Light and love. Be banished. Throw some water on her. Maybe she'll melt. It's as easy as that. All you got to do is throw a little bit of criticism their way. They run. Just keep. They don't leave you alone. Just throw some criticism their way. They'll run. They can talk all the shit about you they want. You wonder what happens with them when they do that? I'm going to let you know a little secret Spirit's telling me right now. When people talk shit about his kids, when people start talking shit, all their words are going to bounce. They won't land on you anymore if you have grounded yourself in spirit and in light. When that happens, guess what? The angels are in the sky like freaking catchers that catch a ball. Yeah, and guess what the angels do? They throw it right back at them, like at fast warp speed, and they get their own damn karma with torment, with demonic shit. Oh, they're tormented even worse when they mess with the light worker. Their torment's way worse. They have two options. Two. Be tormented for the rest of your life and come back and do this all over again and hope that you don't have a contract to go through this torment the rest of your life. Or you can transform. Two options. Narcissists need help. The only way they can change is if it's by the divine. We can't change them. Well, I think at one point we are part of the divine. We're a fractal of God, and they don't like it because they're tormented by evil. But they were used for a purpose, all part of the divine plan. It's all in the divine plan. All in divine timing. I'm telling you, I saw so much that had to do with divine timing that, like I said, I know at one point I'm going to have someone come my way that's going to knock me off my ass and be like, finally, thank you, Spirit. Somebody who's my counterpart that understands me, that's not going to run and not going to abuse me and not going to act like a douche. Hello. He can be a little bit of a dick, but not to me. I'm Princess Leia. I'm a trailblazer, baby. This black and white bullshit in 3D. It's like, I don't like it. Spirit's like, you lived like that for 42 years, so I put you on your back. Look how unawakened you were. You're just going through the motions. Like clockwork. Tick, 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 tick. Yeah. Going through the motions. How'd that feel being switched up? Yeah, I know it's uncomfortable, but this is what we got to do right now. Just hang with me. It's going to be really good if you just hang with me. I got you. But I'm dying. Just hang in there. Push through, Lisa. It's like that one last baby push. That's awful. Where did that come from? We're birthing something new. That's what all this weather is about. These are birth pains of the anchoring of light. We're anchoring light. We're spreading love. And absolutely, we have every right in the world to have boundaries with people. Just tonight, dude, I every day it's like I get 20 new friends requests from dudes. I'm like, where were all you motherfuckers the last 10 years? Oh, now somebody wants to give me concrete, and somebody wants to take me out to dinner, and this guy wants to take me out to dinner, and that guy. Oh, really? Well, okay then. We shall see. I don't know. I read tarot and I like spirit. Do you? I know this. They're all tests. Do I know what I do? I send them videos like this and I say, here, if you like me after this, message me. If you don't watch it, I'll know. "95% of men can't handle me. They're intimidated." Intimidated. I've heard that a lot in my life. You intimidate me, and I'm thinking, why? Just my very presence of royalty. That's why. Mm-hmm. LOL. Trust me, after they get their karma of what spirit's been laying down, they're fucking intimidated. Trust that. Especially when every single one of my exes saw how fucking psychic I am now. All of them know. I know things that I should not know. I hear things from higher realms all the time. I can telepathically know what somebody's thinking just by being around them. That's why it's so hard for me to go out in public. Because I feel energy everywhere. And if it's bad, it's how I knew. I knew my ex. I knew that something happened between my ex and that girl. I knew it. And there was absolutely no reason why I would have even thought of anything. Or most people would have just kept their mouth shut. Not this girl. This girl's going to open up her mouth and say, what the fuck was that? And do it at the precise right timing where he couldn't hide behind his mother. He was going to invite his mom out to dinner with us that night. That was funny. Like, no, I'd just rather it just be me and you because I want to talk to you. Oh, yeah, I want to talk to him. Who was that? Okay, well, you go be with her then. She ended up getting one with some other supply after that, but whatever. I knew he'd been priming that girl before he even broke up with me. Or, excuse me, I broke up with him. So used to being the broker up. Nope, not this time, bitch. You can have her. Enjoy your gremlins. That's so bad. I don't know. Dude, nobody has any kahunas anymore. Stand up to people. I do. That's the Aries way, man. You want to start a fucking verbal fight with me? Get prepared. Because not only am I an Aries sun, so I will cut you. I'm a Libra rising, so I'll do it intellectually. With a cat moon. So guess what? My word's way heavy. And I have Neptune in Sagittarius, so guess what? Spells. I know what's going on. I'm deep in Pisces energy. Deep. My Sagittarius, my Neptune's in Sag. Go ahead. Trying. And that was it Sag that I was not. Yeah, he thought my Neptune, mysteries and unknown things, is in Sagittarius, a mutable sign. Guess what? That makes me very magical and psychic. And then I have my Saturn, natal Saturn in Cancer. So I can channel Saturn very easily. If I get emotionally, a lot of times Saturn comes out and makes me sound like I'm pissed. And I'm really not. But it sounds like I am when I'm stern. That's just Saturn. Pluto, like I said, is my Pluto's in Libra, so that's the whole dark and light thing. It's like balance. It's really quiet. I didn't boot anybody. I have friend requests and freaky shit in here. Yep. I know I hear correctly. I know what I know that I know. That I should not know things that I do. That makes any sense. And I can intellectually verbalize it. South Node's in Gemini. I know things from past lives. I've learned those lessons. I heard tonight, I'll shout her out quick. She basically was saying the same thing, kind of, that I've been talking about. Tarot from Beyond. Haley is her name. She did a reading tonight. She channeled the first part of it. It was awesome. And then she did a reading basically in upper echelon, like talking, and it's everything that I've been talking about, that I've been saying about for months, as far as letting go of toxic people and stuff. I pretty much how I gathered it, and like to the point it made me cry, because I'm like, oh my God, finally somebody else, another tarot reader's getting this too, instead of just being all light and love and yeah, looks like you're dealing with this sign. No, let's give you some meat to chew on. Let's give you some harsh truth. Might not always look like light and love. I'm sorry. I just want your soul to grow. I want you to expand. That's why we're here. We're not here to we're here to raise the vibration of the planet. How do we do that? By expanding our consciousness and by vibrating at a higher level. That's how you raise the vibration, by you vibrating at a higher level. You are little gods here in a human body. If you have spirit in you, you need to expand it. Expand your mind, expand your thoughts, Christ consciousness, absolutely. Higher self, higher thinking. Allow to go outside that box, please. You put shit in a box, right there, you're going to get stagnant. That's why you want to know what one of the higher thinkings that I'm thinking, and I'm going to say it because I think every time I almost get it out, somebody always interrupts me, and I get off subject. And very well could be dark forces, but I honestly think at one point, and I'm speaking it out publicly, and it's a positive thing. So I don't want any of you people to get pissed off when I say it. At one point, I really feel that light is going to really outweigh these demonic entities that are fucking with people who we know as narcissists, and they're going to get delivered of that. If spirit can make somebody's body like completely whole, why can't they do the same for somebody who has NPD? It's a personality disorder. It should be able to be fixable. If he could cure cancer and cure someone's body, I think that he'd be able to cure their soul and spirit too, divinely, almost like a Saul to Paul moment, riding in to Damascus. Boom! Off his high horse he came, hitting the ground, blind by a light. By the light, he was blinded. And he heard a voice of spirit. Well, technically it was Jesus, but of spirit. He heard that voice say, go to so-and-so's house. He'll tell you the truth. He'll tell you exactly what you need to hear. And guess what? The scales fell off his eyes. And he was filled with spirit. Absolutely. It has to be, when we raise the vibration, walking as light workers in power. This is where it comes from. Walk, not just talking about it. Let's walk it. Let's do this shit. Please. And what? They won't be that evil fucking person anymore. They will be humbled. And I think some of it has to do with these tower moments that we're seeing right now. Transformation. So guess what happens with us? Guess what we have to do? We have to raise our vibration. And the highest vibration is love and light. And release and let go. Let them do what they're going to do. Let them to their own destruction. Believe me, they will see that light, the divine light, because we're raising the consciousness and the vibration of the planet, which anchors light. We are anchors of this. And Dark Force is probably going to like me talking about this. I'm surprised my channel's not glitching. I'm shocked. I believe just by our very presence, within a proximity of these people, they're going to get delivered at one point. When we raise our vibration that high, we shine that bright, boom, delivered. And they're going to realize it was you. Yep. And that will humble them, realizing that they dealt with a real life earth angel and they turned their back on it. How many times in the Bible, and I'm going to bring this up too, and be careful of who you let in your house, you know, like make sure you don't turn away an angel that's in human form. Be kind to everybody because you don't know where angels are walking. Well, guess what happens when you tango with an earth angel? That's what happens when you tango with an earth angel. You lose. We're divine. You will submit one way or another. You'll either be forced to, or you could stay stubborn and do this over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and keep going through the same fucking torment you've been putting yourself through for lifetimes. Guess what I found out tonight? And like I said, I'm going to shout her out. Someone had told me, I don't know all too, I know some Aries. I don't know all too many Aries. We're the leaders of the zodiac. We trailblaze this shit. We just had a Uranus transit that had to transform our whole damn freaking everything. And guess what? Guess what I found out? I don't know how true it is. She had said it and it resonated. It takes a minimum of 25 lifetimes to incarnate as an Aries. Whether it be even sun, moon, or rising. Doesn't count with Mars and Venus. That's just your personality makeup. But no, to incarnate as an Aries sun, moon, or rising, yeah. We're the leaders of this shit. 25 incarnations. That's a lot of lifetimes to clear freaking karma for, to anchor in this light. And I know a lot of Aries right now that are incarnated right now as an Aries that are fucking up. Dropping the ball. They very well could be going through a wake up moment, you know. They could be waking up. I'm not here to bash anybody, like wherever they're at on their journey. But if there are narcissistic tendencies and shit like that, yeah. They're the most egotistical sign. You deal with an unawakened Aries once. They're disgusting. I hate to sound like that, but I mean, they're good at trying to be good-hearted people and shit, but toxic people. They don't care about nobody but themselves. Nobody. And if they do, it's for an ulterior motive. It's not for love. It's for them. Number one. And I'm an Aries. I can talk shit about my own sign. That's the truth. That's females and males alike. There's not a whole lot of difference. We do have some differences, but that's why so many people look at me and think I'm masculine. I have masculine qualities. I'm an Aries, for fucking Pete's sakes. I'm ruled by Mars, of course. I have masculine energy in me. I'm a warrior of the zodiac, you motherfuckers. Hello? I fight for this shit and I fight for what I believe in. And as a result of being so damn tenacious and naive, guess what? Spirit said, I can work with you because you're pliable. Your ego needs shattered. Big time shattered. And there's still some, I get that. But that's a part of being an Aries too. You can't kill me for it. Like, I have to have that confidence in myself. If I don't, I'm not being me. And I'm not being a proper leader. Who wants to follow a leader who's not confident? It's like the blind leading the blind. No. Spirit had to put me through tests to help lead. So I can teach. So you guys can all go do what you're called to freaking do, and I will be behind you 1,000%. I'm proud of my subscribers. Every single one of my subs. Because I give you guys some hard stuff sometimes. It's like, I get it. Well, we need. It's built for this shit. Trust me, I have to do that pep talk every day. Still getting it in my mind. But that's positive talk about myself, positive self-talk. For the longest time, it was like, oh, poor me. I was abused. I was this. I was that. Yeah, what are you going to do about it, Lisa? It happened. Can't go back. Or can you? Yeah, we can go back if you want to go back, and you're going to stay stuck there when you go back. You want to go down that rabbit hole, being narcissistically abused again? You really want to go down that rabbit hole? Because you got stuck there for a very long time. It's a horrible rabbit hole, I know. But it's not a productive rabbit hole either, says Saturn. It's your awakening. These narcissists are there for our awakening. We have to look at it like that. If we could put any kind of positive twist on the whole thing. They did that so you would awaken. And get a fucking backbone. Stand up for yourself. And walk away from toxic people and energy. Light and love, of course. But we don't have to be in their presence. We don't have to listen to them. We don't have to have nothing. This last one proved it to me. I don't have to have nothing to do with him. Thank God he's left me alone. He knows my divinity. Oh, yeah. And I haven't heard anything come out his. I'm sure he's talking shit, but everything he says to me is just going to bounce right off of me and, yeah, right back on him. He's just going to be slinging mud right at himself. It's almost like, how can I put it? Like mud flaps. I got a mud flap between me and him. It all flings back on him. Whatever he curses or whatever he says about me. Yep. It's all going to come back and slap him in the face. Not my problem. His words don't weigh heavy like mine do. I never even spoke out really what I thought was going to happen to my ex. Because I knew it would happen. I might have there at the end. Because I felt it. And I knew it. Then I had confirmation of it. And then I knew it. I'm like, yep, that's okay. I thought it would happen a lot sooner, though. Nope. Had to wait till I let go. And then I felt bad for him. Talk about it kicking the teeth. Someone who tried to kill you in every way possible. Emotionally, spiritually, psychologically. Yeah, that realm. And you have empathy for that? You're the real troopers. After coming out the other side of this and being like, I hope they transform. I hope they wake up. I hope. I declare they wake up. It's no longer hoping anymore. I'm declaring it. Wake up. All right, well, I'm going to stop this live stream. I do have Capricorn's reading laid out. Um, like I said, today was day 2. I came home and took the tornado sleep. Fell asleep. Yeah, I did. Sure did. Slept right through another tornado warning. All good. Of course, I had a horrible nightmare, which ain't ever going to happen again. Ever. I'm telling. I'm only dreaming of butterflies and rainbows at this point. The sun will come out tomorrow. I hope so, because I need to mow grass. At your bottom dollar. At your bottom dollar. Tomorrow there will be sun. Yeah. I need sun tomorrow, Spirit, so that I can mow. And since I know that I can control the elements, I declare sun. I like thunderstorms too, just not with tornado warnings technically attached to them. In Pennsylvania, for Pete's sakes. Fucking tornadoes here, really? Maybe here and there once in like a couple of years, maybe. And not in, I live in a mountainous area. And they're getting tornadoes up in the mountains. Yeah, the tornado reconnecting. Yeah, I got a tornado. I'm coming down to get food because I'm hungry. Let's see what I can eat. You don't live around here. I don't know. It's where I live. Ain't eating that. There was salad and stuff in there. I don't want that. Why do I have to be 2,500 miles away? Because Spirit put me here. In this time and space, in this region, for a purpose. That's why. Till I get my shit in order, which I've been working on. I can't wait next year. I got 1 more year. 1 more year, I feel, and then Spirits are moving my ass. Come on. And meanwhile, I'm going to do what I can around here. Try not to get stuck down some path of like third dimensional work, even though I know I have to get a job. Beyond what I'm doing. Oh, that's another thing. But he had said about me, I'm going, like, he lost his job. Oh, might need your services at one point. And if you're a trucker, I'll for 1 second, you broke for reading. Worth every penny. I'm eating. Well, my ex today. Yeah, at least you have college degrees. You can actually get a good job with your degrees and stuff. You can do any. You can go. And I said, you told me I wasn't supposed to go to school. You told me I wasn't supposed to go to college. Remember, you said I wouldn't finish. Said, you want to know what? I have a cat moon. You're a Capricorn sun. I'm a cat moon. I do things at the right timing. I'm no dummy. It's because he wanted to keep me barefoot and pregnant. Well, not technically pregnant, but barefoot and stuck in religion. I broke out that paradigm. Yep. I sure did. No help of him. None. But now he's kind of in the position I'm in. Abruptly losing your job, at least he can get unemployment. I can't. Yeah, well, they fired me for doing good deeds at my job. Because they were threatened. There are a bunch of narcissists in there. And I threatened them. I threatened their security. Because the boss Drill Sergeant Jennifer, oh, good light and love. I wish you the best. Wish you many promotions. Because you know it's all about materialism. It's all about big houses and fancy cars and your name. Moving up that status. I'd much rather be spiritual. And have God's favor on my life. I'd much rather be spiritual and have God's favor on my life than any favor from man ever. Watch me be successful, bitch. Light and love. Enjoy your karma. It's coming down on everybody. Exposure's happening. And I just get to sit and watch. Or reading the paper. Or get a text message about it. Or see it in the fucking cards that I read. I know what's coming. I knew it. And of course, me having my Venus in Taurus that longs for that stability and that well, they don't know what they do. They have no clue. Guess what? Everybody who's screwed anybody over or out of money or out of resources, ask for a tenfold return. I want a tenfold return on my investment, which is my life. All my resources, I want them restored times 10. I wasn't in debt at all. I was to the good. I was having banks wanting to loan me money. Not anymore. So guess what? All that's going to turn around. All of it. Spirit makes provisions. I just have to trust. When it happens, I just have to be like, okay. My battery's getting low, guys. I drained this battery doing this live. Either way, and it's probably going for 2 o'clock in the morning. I have to be up at like 9. I gotta go back down to that rental tomorrow. And yeah, so I shall let you guys go. I'm gonna try and sleep. I did get a nap today, so if I get a couple hours sleep, I'll be good. I love you guys. You guys take care. Have a good night. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe, share if you have not heard me before, and any of this makes sense. I love you. You guys have a wonderful night. Peace out from Central Pennsylvania, Blue Flame Integration.